So it's taken more than a couple of days, but yeah, that's why I'm not a fruiterer. But anyway, this is the next bit. There's going to be another bit because there's a lot of it. So there you go, have fun. Right, let's do some grinding. Noisy. Right, I'll move the grinder to another position and finish off that bit. Right, it's got that about as far as we need to go for now. That'll refine up later when we get to the handle. For now, we'll make that a bit better. Oh yeah, I was using a 80 grit belt before. I've swapped out to a 180 just to get a better finish on that, because we'll scribe a line down there in a minute to help get our bevel right. So we'll quickly do that. It's got a better finish on there. That's probably about as far as you need to go with that little bit. Doesn't really matter, you can go further if you want to, but I usually don't bother. So we'll go and do something else with it now. Right, yeah, next little bit we'll pile our little notch in. That's the wrong bloody file. That's the wrong fucking drawer. Where's that little file? There we go. So yeah, you know, it's not precision. I start off, just put a little notch in it with a little triangular file, and that'll start you off with a chainsaw file. I think that's 316 bananas, but I'll put that in a vise and I'll file that. Right, yeah, awkward angle I suppose for you guys, but you'll get over it. There's a little nick we just made. And that just guides you for your first cut. And get it nice and square. And keep going until it's done. I'm going to go, I don't know, half the diameter of the end of your file, maybe a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper I usually go. But I'll keep going with this and I'll show you when it's finished. Yep, a little bit over halfway through. Clean your file, tap on the bench will do that. I'll just go through a couple of times nice and lightly. That's about as far as you need to go. If you want to get carried away, you can get in there with sandpaper, and that's up to you. I don't bother. I don't see the point. You don't really notice it. It serves a purpose. What that purpose is, it gives you a starting point to sharpen. That's about all. You don't need it, but it's a lot better with it, in my opinion. So we'll get on to the next bit now, which will scribe a line down there. So I'll get rid of this tape. Don't need that anymore. Well, it's not there. I'll go get some blue and I'll be back. Oh yeah, we'll scribe a couple of lines. Don't know whether that's going to show up. Anyway, I can see them, you don't have to. They're really just a reference, so you've got something to grind to. I'll put them about 0.5 of a mil a half apart. If you don't have a height gauge, just get yourself a drill bit that's round about half the size, sharpen a point on it, use that. That's about all you have to do there. Right, secret weapon time. Rough and it's ugly, but it does what it has to. Because we've already figured out our bevel angle, and old mate geometry tells us that that's 4.5 degrees. So we grab yourself an angle stick of some sort. 4.5 degrees, 90 take 4.5, that's 85.5. There we go. 85.5. And this is a fairly simple construction. Just got a bit of hinge welded on there, bit of piano strap, 2 bolts tacked in there, thread through there, couple of nuts that lock it in place. That's all there is to it. You could just use a bit of wood, cut it at 4.5 degrees, and you could just clamp your blade to that, but that's a pricking idea and I don't like it. So I made this. All I do is just set it there. Lock that in place, and that's done. This ugly looking thing is just a clamp. You slip your blade in there to, about so far out. And there you go, you've got your angle. It's there and it's set. That just sits on there. Tighten up those couple. You know, make sure your blade is sitting flat. That's why we left this piece flat, because it's, you know, it's a reference and it's repeatable and we can take it off later. So we'll put them on there and head over to the grinder and we'll make some sparks. Rightio, important that that's 90 degrees because geometry. What I usually do is I just pick up the back of my jig just on my thumb. Gives you a little bit steeper angle to grind at, because the more surface area you're touching, the harder your belt's working. And yeah, 80 grit belt. Usually I'd probably use a 60 or 40 or something, just to rough it in, but that's all I've got at the moment, so she'll do. Pick a point. Yeah, you can be right up this edge, usually about halfway through that little notch is where you start your bevel. So I'll start grinding. It's not that interesting to watch, so I'll turn you off in a minute, but let's get into it. So I don't know whether that's going to show up, but I'm sort of about halfway between where I started and where I want to finish. So I'll just go flat now, and I'll come into pretty close to the line, and then I'll do the other side and do the same thing. Like I said, in close to the line, then I'll change to a finer grit belt, and yeah, we'll do that soon. Alright, new butte jig. Might cool that down a little bit. And do it. This knife, turn your blade round. Slip her in, tighten her up. And you're ready to go. You've got that same 7 degrees on this side, easy as peasy. Easy. Alright, so that's done. Went through the grits from 80 to 120 to 180. That's yeah, it's alright, but that'll get cleaned up a bit more later. I'm a little bit thick at this end of the blade, but that's alright, I'll fix that in a tick. That's about as far as we need to go for now, so we'll move again. This is not going to show up on camera, but a little bit thick out at the tip here and probably a bit thin back here, and that's easy enough to fix. Just get a polite file, you know, nice fine smooth one. And just take that edge off a bit. That's not hard, that's all fairly consistent now. Doesn't matter if you leave a little burr there, it's not really going to hurt anything. Right, next. What am I fucking doing next? Better drill those holes out, because those drill bits arrived yesterday. Alright, so we're done with the flat bit at the back. We can get rid of that. I'll cut that off with the bandsaw. Finish off refining that shape. I'll just do that by hand. So we'll go back to the, well, you don't need to come along. I'll go back to the saw and the grinder, and I'll do that. Rightio, so we're pretty much done with grinding. Yep. So we'll put a little bit of decoration thumb grip. It's not hard to figure out. Find where your thumb sits. Find a fucking pen that works, maybe. Mark that out. You can't see it, but I can. As long as it's going to sit within our handle sort of area. Between there and there, I'm going to get another pen. There we go, that's more gooder. I can't even fucking see that, there it is. So I'm just going to mark some lines about 4mm apart. That usually is pretty good. You don't know. I don't know of an easy way to do it. So, oh shit! This is what I do. Mark a line every 3mm. Little handy dandy mini hacksaw. Two, three, 4. That's good, that works. Anyway, you can see how that's going. I'll finish it. A little bit hard to see, but I fucked up. I just missed with my saw a little bit there, but that's not a problem. You just make it a feature. I've got a little half round file and we'll just work that in. All sorts of things you can do with a couple of good little files. It's really a matter of patience and not fucking up. There we are, there's our wonky one. Hello. I'm going to stop that there. There'll be some more, and trust me, it will be a couple of days. It's only a matter of editing the shit that I've made into something that makes sense. But it'll be in a day or two. For now, that'll do. I've had enough for the day. I'll see you next time.